There's a thread that stretches across the Pacific Ocean, over 7,000 islands and thousands of miles of water. It's a connection shaped by history, strengthened by culture, and carried forward by millions of people. This is the story of the deep and complicated bond between America and the Philippines. To understand this connection, we have to go back more than a century, to 1898. The Spanish-American War reshaped global power, and in its aftermath, Spain ceded the Philippines to the United States. For Americans, it marked the beginning of a new era of global influence. For Filipinos, it marked the end of one colonial rule and the beginning of another. The Philippine-American War followed, a brutal conflict that many people today barely remember, but it left a lasting impact. Eventually, the United States established a colonial government, introducing American-style education, infrastructure, and political systems. English became widely spoken. American teachers, known as the Thomasites, arrived to educate Filipino students. Over time, American influence became deeply woven into Filipino society. But the Filipino spirit of independence never faded. After decades of transition, the Philippines was granted full independence in 1946, just after World War II. The war itself had strengthened the connection between the two nations. Filipino and American soldiers fought side by side against Japanese forces. The sacrifices made during that time forged a bond of shared struggle and resilience. Even after independence, the relationship didn't end. It evolved. Today, you don't have to look far to see American influence in the Philippines. Basketball courts fill neighborhoods. Hollywood movies dominate cinemas. Fast food chains, music, fashion, and even humor often reflect American trends. But here's the twist: it's not one-sided. Filipino culture has also made its mark in the United States. From food like adobo and lumpia becoming popular, to Filipino nurses, artists, and entrepreneurs shaping communities, Filipinos are one of the largest Asian American groups in the U.S. There's a cultural exchange happening every day, subtle, powerful, and deeply human. Perhaps the strongest connection between America and the Philippines isn't political or economic. It's personal. Over 4 million people of Filipino descent live in the United States. Many families are spread across both countries, connected by video calls, remittances, and yearly visits. A mother working in California sends money back home to support her children. A son in Manila dreams of joining his family in New York. A couple maintains a long-distance relationship across time zones. These stories aren't rare, they're everyday life. And they create a bond that goes beyond governments. It's about family, sacrifice, and opportunity. The connection also plays out on a global stage. The United States and the Philippines remain strong allies. Military agreements, joint exercises, and strategic partnerships continue to shape the region's security. Economically, the relationship is just as significant. The U.S. is one of the Philippines' largest trading partners. American companies invest in Filipino talent, especially in industries like business process outsourcing and tech. Meanwhile, remittances from Filipinos working in the U.S. contribute billions to the Philippine economy every year. It's a partnership built on mutual benefit, but also shared history. But this relationship isn't perfect. There are tensions, criticisms, and difficult conversations. Some Filipinos question the long-term effects of American influence on identity, politics, and independence. Others point to moments in history that still need acknowledgement and understanding. At the same time, debates in the U.S. about immigration, labor, and foreign policy also shape how this relationship evolves. It's not a simple story of friendship, it's a complex relationship that continues to grow and change. In today's world, the connection between America and the Philippines feels closer than ever. Social media bridges the distance instantly. A viral video in Manila can trend in Los Angeles within hours. Filipinos follow American influencers, and Americans discover Filipino culture online. Young people from both countries collaborate, create, and connect in ways that were unimaginable just decades ago. The Pacific Ocean is still there, but it no longer feels like a barrier. At its core, this connection is about people. It's about the Filipino nurse working night shifts in an American hospital, the American expat building a life in Cebu, the mixed culture families blending traditions from both worlds. It's about shared values, resilience, community, and the pursuit of a better life. And maybe that's why this relationship has lasted so long. Not because it's perfect, but because it's deeply human. From colonial history to modern partnerships, from war to migration, from culture to family, the connection between America and the Philippines is unlike any other. It's a story of distance, brought closer by time, a story of differences, connected by shared experiences, and a story that's still being written every single day. If you found this story interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, because sometimes the most powerful connections are the ones we don't always see but feel every day. If you found this story interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, because sometimes the most powerful connections are the ones we don't always see but feel every day.